When you level up, the skill points are also used to open up new thought cabinet slots. I recommend opening up all of them. They're pretty useful. Thought cabinet is that thing where you have to research something and then you get a reward, question mark? Hey, Deacon. I have been... So, the answer is I've been thinking about this game pretty much all week. The start of this was a little bit slow because it's a lot of reading and stuff like that. And it relied a lot on the fact that you don't know what the fuck's going on in order to keep the pace up because you're just learning about the world. I know Revachol. I know Martinaise. Okay? So pretty much I know everything about the game. Martinaise is a district within Revachol that is within Elysium, which is the world, I guess? Question mark? Can someone explain to me what the game consists of and what happened in previous stream? So essentially, Disco Elysium is a detective game set within a fantasy world after what appears to be a revolution happened, a political revolution, and then the rest of the world appears to have then took over or invaded, or took over politically at the very least, the Revachol, and so it's in a lot of political turmoil, but you're a policeman investigating a murder for one of the district polices. I thought Martinaise was some French word. Yes, unfortunately, there's quite a lot of French in here, so Anthos can translate. So yeah, so what we did on the first time is we woke up in our apartment. Our apartment was trashed from us drinking the night before, and we had amnesia, so we had no idea what was going on. We slowly uncovered some things about the world. We were in the hotel that the murder had occurred at, so the murder was in the back garden. There was a man hanging there. We tried to get out of paying for our hotel room and instead threw ourselves into an old lady in a wheelchair with 2 middle fingers stuck up. There was a Cockney boy and girl. Not Cockney, I think the girl was Cockney. I think the boy was... I can't even remember what the boy's accent was, to be quite honest, throwing rocks at the dead body. Aside from that, we went into a bookshop just opposite the street, and I think that's where we ended for the day. Anything else you want to add for what happened last week? So I'm just resetting Val's rod. Done. Val, you good? My stream crashed. I missed the first half. Literally, get fucked. Go into the replay down below and click on that and look at it. Forgot to mention that if you unlock a modifier for a skill check, it unlocks again. So you can try and succeed a white check, and then maybe after you talk to someone, it improves your chance at the check will unlock by itself. So if you have a 50-50 shot, you might try it, and if you fail, you might get another chance later for free. Yeah, no, you said about being able to try checks again once you upgraded the skill. Found out the girl outside the bookshop recognized you as the drunken lunatic with no shirt on. Yes, the drunken lunatic with no shirt on. Yes. How's your turn off been going? Very good. I actually, I worked for the first time in a little while on a bar yesterday. I haven't been doing bar work for ages. I've been working somewhere else. But for the first time yesterday, I did like 5 hours of bar work. Man, I ache, right? It's so much bending down, it's so much lifting up high, it's so much movement, and I'm like, return to bartending. I've always enjoyed being a bartender. So yeah, it was quite a bit of fun. I enjoyed it. It's one of those bits of work where if you do it for like 40 hours a week, it gets real tiring, real boring. But if you do it for like 20, it's actually very enjoyable for 20 hours. Manual labor is a killer. Always got to look after your back and knees. I've actually had a very I actually had never had any problem with my back and knees. I think it's because I did gymnastics when I was younger. So essentially, my gymnastic coach, he is Romanian guy, right? His advice to my parents when I first started doing gymnastics was get big stick, hit him with big stick so he stops misbehaving, right? That was the advice. He mellowed out. He'd just come over from Romania. He mellowed out over the years. He's actually very nice now. But anyway, yeah, he was very much on back exercises to make sure, like, because we did quite obviously a ridiculous amount of core exercises. He made sure you always balanced out with back exercise, and I think that's really helped me as time gone on. Having a strong back makes it so that your posture's good, and also that you never end up with back problems later on in life. And I haven't even felt a twinge in my back ever in terms of pain, which is sounds like a blessing because back pain sounds awful. But yeah, I've never had a and anyway, I really like doing bartending. It's a lot of fun. Back pain does suck. Yeah, I've heard Beth suffers from it. So yeah, okay. I don't think there's anything more to further ado before we go. I think we're okay. We're just in the shop, if I believe. Let me audio balance once we load up. I'm going to go to something I've already seen.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly
Compared
all
to me,
the
obviously.
titles
I'm going to
contain
talk
the
now.
word Hyundai somewhere.
Higher? I don't think I trust your all caps higher. I've got to say, I'm going to take a second opinion about that one. Made a character and did the first day for int for physical 2-2. Higher audio for this.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
One more time, just a couple of pips up.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
So you just misleading me on the audio check. Thank you, Deacon. Appreciate it. Okay, I'll turn that down 1 pip, and then we'll leave it now. Okay, I'll turn down a couple of pips. 3 pips down. My voice compared to I won't be talking over it very often, so
featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Hard, exhausting manual labor has been really appealing to me. I've always wanted to be a farmhand or some shit. I don't think I'd want to do something like that full time. I think part time instead of like going to the gym or something. I think it's really good. But I wouldn't want to do it full time. It's good to have something you're paid for that also gets your exercise in, so you don't have to do boring exercise in other places, I think. Hey Rogue, how you doing, dude? Welcome to Disco Elysium.
The display rack.
Okay, I am going to stop audio testing. I'm going to quickly go to where we started and just do a little description of what's happened, just in case people haven't been in. Come on, come here, bastard. This music's so loud. Time moves forward only for non-repeated dialogue. Cool. So we started up here. Our room is over here. It was trash. We did a couple of checks in there. Lady went into that door, who was a disco dancer, ? Went down here. Talked to the bartender, who's definitely a bartender, not anything else. I think he opened that for us. We haven't been in there yet. We jumped on the lady. She was actually quite nice about it. We went out here. The body is over here. Time is limited. Interesting. Here's the lad. Here's the body.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Fuck does Kuno care?
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
He doesn't fucking care. Then we went down and we talked to the girl outside, who was who identified as the person running about with his shirt off. I was told by random that I should probably go check the body again and make sure that is fine. Make sure I've done everything, right? I think that's what you told me. In terms of our outfit, we have +1 is spirit. So all of these give you +1, plus minus to your stats, which are here. These are the stats. The higher your stat, the higher you're likely to hit a check for things that are checked in the background, and the better you do on checks that you have to click on in order to actually see if you do it. I went for gut feelings. So your clothes, change that. This is our list. So find booze. I don't want to find booze. Why is that? I swear I clicked the non-finding booze options. I'm going to guess that finding booze gives you... Drinking booze gives you stat changes. End of day debrief at 10. Inspect the body. To be fair, apparently I haven't inspected the body, so... need to pay for the damages you caused. I have no money, so I'm not going to do that. Track down your badge. Didn't we find the badge? Question mark? In the dumpster? Didn't we? I swear we found the badge in the dumpster. No, I have not got the Twitch extension. I'm going to control... You're more than welcome to tell me what you do, and I will be watching chat to see. But yeah, I'm not gonna do Twitch extension. There's not enough people that would be actively playing. We'd be voting with only a couple. You found your ledger with your case notes? I thought that had my badge. Okay. You put the clothes in the trash. Interesting that we get a list of things to do there. Call Sylvie. Yeah, I need to call Sylvie. What was I calling Sylvie for? Ask whether Sylvie made the call? Interesting. Sylvie's the bartender that isn't at work today. Karaoke? Get hold of a sad song on date? Yeah, we gotta do that. Try a rich person, learn about the world. Go to Kinema and turn on the lights. Get in front of Kinema's headlights to read the halogen watermarks. Okay, I've got to go in front of the car. And then information on the gun. You could ask the local pawn shop. Okay. Right, so I guess we start with Kuno. Yeah, ask if she called the police to report the murder. Yeah.
Fuck does Kuno care?
More question about the crime scene.
The kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it?
The kingdom of Kuno, for fuck's sake. The dead man closed when the trash container. I didn't actually realize these dialogue choices would change after I looked into it. That's why I didn't go back to it. There's the stack of Eternite Black there. What the fuck is that? Okay, we'll do the dead man closed when the trash container. How'd they get in there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. It could be leading the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit.
Sad shit.
Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
Wait, I asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around. Alright, entertain me. What's so great about these pants? No, Kuno, you don't know anything about the tampering I'm investigating, and I already have pads. Top one.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that up there. Now, you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
You want performance gear or not, Grandpa? Okay.
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
Yeah, what's so great about the pants?
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit.
Performance
Made in
crotch.
Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists.
Pants scientists. Fallen modulars. The performance crotch really gets me.
Believe it, you need this shit.
He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at the plastic wrap pants. They're graphite black and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness.
Seriously? What is savior fare? Where do the savior fare? Is that one that's not pickable? I feel like I've seen that one before. What is savior fare?
Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready. They will also make you
We got
into an
3
idiot.
checks. Conceptualization that make you into an idiot. For God's sake. Sneak. Cool. Sneak under the nose is stunned with an Ents panache. Okay, cool. No problem. I'm just blind. I might be interested in the pants. Let's talk about this later. Yeah.
Alright, Pico. Shit's rolling.
Shit's rolling. What the fuck?
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
How am I gonna steal his money? I'm paying for his pants.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
Fucking tasks.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
Show him the mug. What, the racist mug? I don't want to show him the racist mug. Why would I show him the racist mug? He's gonna be like, what the fuck, dude? What's in the greenhouse? I guess I'll point him towards you, turn out.
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind. Lazy dinks.
I mean, I don't want to show him the mug. I don't want to show him the mug. It's a mug with a racist depiction of an Asian man on it. Maybe he's racist and I like him more. True. Kuno's probably racist, let's be honest. He's homophobic, so why wouldn't he be racist? That's true.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yes, does this racist mug have anything to do with it? Does this adequate depiction of a South Sumerian man have anything to do with it? Yes. Does this quaint, better not taken out of its historical context mug have anything to do with it? Actually, talking about this makes me uncomfortable. Let's back up a notch. I think. Think carefully what you choose to say to people. It affects things. Try not to click on things just to be exhaustive. Yes, basically what you're telling me is I screwed up the game by showing him the racist mug. Fair enough. Adequate depiction. You want me to tell him it's an adequate depiction? I think I'm just gonna go with 1. Call it a racist mug. Otherwise, Kuno's gonna go around telling people that I'm racist. He seems like he's a bit of a blabber.
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain.
Got that fast
You
brain.
saying you picked it after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
Yeah. Yes, Kuno.
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone's tampered with the crime scene, cleaned some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
He nods in approval.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
No, Kuno, no. Don't call me bacon shit, man. No. The girl is named Kuno S. I thought it was. I thought she was C. I thought they called her C earlier. I guess that could be Kuno S. The ladder. Go.
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
So would you say the ladder is unclimbable?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
Ah, fair point.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
The lighting just changed? Maybe one of them's racist and one of them's homophobic. Yeah, to be fair, the girl is the one being homophobic. Kuno hasn't really done much of anything. Ultimate precious child duo.
Dunno. Kiptas Gardener used to work there.
Kipped ass gardener?
Kipt is a pejorative term
Thank
used
you,
to
Encyclopedia.
describe people of South Seminese
Medium
or
one.
Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmarar. Not so much anymore.
Sorry? Sorry, Encyclopedia? What the fuck are you talking about? Can I get a definition of all of these things? Seminese was the mug, right? Right? Seminese was the mug. So maybe it's actually relevant. That's weird. The gardener used to work there, or you mean the young woman by Whirling and Rags, that gardener? Good top one.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
He fills his lungs with the rancid air. I think Seminese is Middle Eastern, but hard to know for sure. Yeah, I'm going to assume that the mug. Maybe the gardener, who's Seminese, had a racist depiction of a Seminese person on their mug. Who knows? Maybe it was ironic.
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
He looks you in the eye and nods as if agreeing with himself.
Yeah, her.
Cool. Yeah,
Whatever.
I might have questions
Kuno
later.
doesn't give a shit. The fuck about it?
Yeah, he
You're
doesn't have anything more to
testing
leave
Kuno's
on the body.
bit lost.
Okay.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Piss off, piss off, piss off. Okay, I guess we go back to the body.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
So, shall I just roll the 3% chance and throw up? I didn't want to roll a 3% chance and throw up. So basically, I'm going to throw up. I'm going to guess in order to investigate, I have to throw up. I'll do the first one.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow. Cop's gonna blow Kuno.
All right, fuck it. In for a penny. Let's go.
The smell is
Damn.
repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Let it out. Screw it.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst,
Burst by burst.
until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
God, I'm sorry. Fucking corpse. Fucking corpse sounds reasonable.
Keep it.
He hands me a blue checkered handkerchief. Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Why would ammonia help? First one.
If you can handle the headache, some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor.
Okay. But not you.
I can't handle the headache.
Yeah,
It's
fam.
more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
We got a success on that. Where do we get the ammonia from? No, I'll just say I don't need
Sure
it.
you
Whatever.
do.
I'm happy to
You
throw up
just
whenever.
threw up a lot.
So I do need it. Okay.
There is freight nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have
He
a
did
small
just call me a
apothecary.
weak ass.
If they don't,
Greenhouse? Yeah, the greenhouse have the
there's a
ammonia.
greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Isn't the ammonia the thing that you put on crops?
Acquiring
Doesn't it also
ammonia
smell
will
terrible as
provide
well?
a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Okay, so I have to be able to let go of my nose without throwing up in order to be able to retry it. So if you have a modifier, it makes the checks easier. Cool. What are crops? Oh, you mean plants? Random? No, calling me out on crops versus plants. Can I walk over there? No, I can't. Must be a way to get out there later. Let's go see the gardener.
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
My partner told me you may have ammonia. Can I have some?
Sure, I'm done with it.
She takes a small capsule out of her breast pocket and hands it to you. She just has ammonia on her in a little capsule. Like, what? What are we doing? She's like, oh yeah, the thing I have out of my arse. Just pulls it out. Let's take...
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Thank you. See, gardener? No, gardeners do not keep a capsule of ammonia in their front pocket. That is not a thing. No, Rogue. No. So... Ampule of ammonia. They do not keep an ampule of ammonia on them. Thin glass tube wrapped in cotton netting used to treat fainting spells. Fainting spells? Spells within, like, periods of fainting. Cool. St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals, interesting. Put it as the hat. Okay, maybe I can use it once I click on it.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated.
It's only
to that
8% now.
corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Wait, can I do anything with my stats to make this better? Like, I need endurance. Nope, nothing there. Because you added a +1, you get a free retry? Okay. Should I just try it? Is there any downside to trying it? Can I get an extra +1 from something else, then retry again? You can come back here again
there
after exploring.
He still is.
Fuck
looking
it.
right through you. You crack open the ammonia ampoule and breathe in.
8%
odor
chance!
of death is still stronger. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Stream of luck. Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Okay. Let's get closer.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Interesting. Industrial cargo belt used. I think the belt's most interesting.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
Okay. Kim would suggest you take a walk and talk to locals, come back in 30 minutes-ish if you fail again. Okay.
This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt. Big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
A new encyclopedia will come in. Under 6-rotor airships. Are we going to see an airship during this? I saw the airships on the opening bit. Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo. That's a good one.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is the reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so. Yes.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
It's probably quite a good check to get that one in order to be able to tell it's from an airship there. So we're assuming dock workers from the harbour did it, or they sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring, or how did they even get in up there? It's either convenient or I think we choose this one.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
Assuming dock workers from the harbour did it? That would be my assumption.
The brief suggested as much. Politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
My past has undergone total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life. Certainly not a briefing. I think that's probably the most honest one.
Okay. You should ask me for one the first moment we get.
Oh, I can get a briefing. That's good. How did they even get him up here? There? Yeah.
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Point to the buckle, tied to the belt, so they just like pulled him up. They climb up using the kid's ladder. They could have probably thrown it around, right, with a loose buckle.
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the
See?
buckle.
Smart.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
It's a stormtrooper.
These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Their armor.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
The fuck is a sabaton? You can't just pull out French words out of nowhere and expect you to know what you're talking about.
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
I say the material looks out of place.
It is. It's expensive.
The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
Sabaton's a common name for armored boots? I feel like I've heard that word before. Yeah, probably Black Sabbath, right? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No doubt. How much are we talking
For
about?
a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Yeah, but is that like our wages or like a dock workers' wages, right? Surely we're paid more than the dock workers, right?
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 Real, unadjusted for rank.
Average yearly income is 5.5. Okay. Ka-ching, baby. Yeah, just the boots are probably worth like a year of income, right? If it's all worth, I mean, they're probably worth like 3/4 of a year of income, but yeah. Yearly pay.
Not too much, yes.
Wait, I thought that was an okay amount. 5,500 Real. That's not too much. It's enough. Pathetic. I need to hustle more and hate less. Or sounds puny. I wonder if no wonder I can't pay my hostel bill. A third one. Yeah, sounds puny.
It's a sorry situation, I agree.
How could the man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
Your initial report? These look pretty advanced for a security guard, or make sense. Yeah, they look pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
What happened to the rest of it?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days.
Must be hard to get the boots off them.
We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Yeah, Kuno's definitely nicked all that armor. It's worth a year's wages. Kuno's nicked it. It's in a shed somewhere. Maybe he was just wearing the boots.
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirt we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
Those boots look very bulky to wear underneath your jeans, I've got to say. they look like you'd look like a Michelin man if you wore them under jeans. What if they told him to strip before they hung him? He could have been walking around naked just like this. Well, we know definitely the first one.
They
I'm not that
usually
silly,
hang them
Goofy.
completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties, and the like. This one still has his underpants.
La Puta Madre, Mazda, Besmerties. So I'm guessing they're gangs there.
Fucking talking about underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants. Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether.
It sounds like this is some kind of like fantasy material. It said porcelain, but sounds more like sounds more like the Black Panther suit than anything else.
Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
Design looks organic. What does this remind me of?
If
Ask
trees
myself.
were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like.
Really interesting.
The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Only need to stick for that one. You're meant to get that. Looks like there's a serial number on the right sabaton.
Good. Can you read it to me?
He tips the drying ballpoint of his pen on his tongue. E50, 100, 1000.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Pull the boot off? I'm not going to pull the boot off
cadaver
yet.
slowly twists on the cargo.
I feel like his
belt.
leg's going to
His
come off with
torso
the boot.
covered in tattoos and extremities blotched pink and blue.
I'm going to have a look at him.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Death's head grin? What is a death's head grin?
Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy
What?
at the moment of his death.
Dead eyes are the most uncomfortable thing to look at. Squeed? What do you do in your spare time, dude? It means he's most likely not having a very pleasant time. Well, it seems like he is, right? Interesting. 92% check. Definitely that. Do I still get to do the check if I do the first option? I guess I'll just do the check first. No, I'll point it out first. I'm sure the check will come back.
Why do you think
This
so?
man enjoyed the moment of death. It's just an intuition.
Okay.
He marked something in his notebook. Cool. Okay, tell me, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
Oh, he's talking to me. I'm gone. So, where have you gone? I can see you're gone, but who are you? What is happening? I hate you, you stink and you're boring. Why were you feeling pleasure when you died? I feel like I just skipped straight to the point.
Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
Do you have to speak like that? What dialect is that anyway? He sounds like the narrator from the first part. I know quite a lot of the narrators are the same, but he sounds like he's trying to do the same as the intro narration. You were feeling sexual arousal when they were hanging you? I feel like I want to ask about the dialect.
It's a mishmash, Copabolo. You think I'm Messinian, don't you? For you, this is how people from Messina speak like.
I'm not even sure what Messina is. Holding my guinea pig as it died, the eyes were so different the instant he died. So weird how quick you can tell from just the eyes. Well, you made that upsetting, didn't you? Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. Well, the guy's dead. You don't really think he's talking, do you? No, well, I've just asked about his accent. And he's told me where his accent's from. So clearly he's talking, right? I don't know. This could be supernatural. We've already heard something about a pale thing in the bookshop, right? I'm not even sure what Messina is.
Well, I'm not from Messina, am I? My hair is too light a shade of brown. Trust your inner races.
Get the mug out! Get the mug out! I'm at a level. I'll save the level for when I want to retry a check, I guess. I always trust my inner racist. He shows me the score. Oh god. I'm not saying this out loud, right? Like, they can't hear me, right? On this. This is definitely talking in my head, isn't it? Surely, right? I don't want to loudly shout that I'm racist. Rivals hit his lowest player count ever on Wednesday. Yeah, well, it hits its lowest player count ever every single week, apart from when they do a hero release. It's got less players than Apex. It's not doing well. You should spend your early levels on internalizing more thoughts. I have no idea what you're talking about. Do you mean this stuff? Internalizing more thoughts. Good try at using words that I don't understand. I'm gonna choose what are you racist now too.
You think I am. You think I was a racist because this lump looks military and has tattoos. That's called profiling.
So you were feeling sexual arousal while they were hanging you?
Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
Yeah.
Captain Coppadromo, I fear we are drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question.
Researching the thoughts. How can I use my points on that? You said you spend your early levels on internalizing more thoughts. How do I spend my early levels on it? Oh, I can put more on. Well, I chose -1 logic. Why does it connect them in a different way sometimes? Stereotype that military people are racist? Sounds like it. Well, I've just -1. That's actually +1 encyclopedia long way home. -1. So I'm minus like 3 logic at this point. Where have you gone? I can see you're gone, but who are you? Let's go with that.
I'm a joke. Look at me.
There's nothing funny about you.
There is nothing funny about jokes either.
Who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
It's not really telling me anything. It's pretty obvious he's not talking to me and it's just intuition at this point. But that's what we're using anyway, so I have another question.
Go ahead, Cobbo.
Cobbo? He fucked people's mothers? It's just how it is, right? Just how it is. He's just an attractive man. Corn on the cob? Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Okay, so we saw the reference to the pale. And he's referencing pale again.
In the past. Way out in the west.
The wild pale yonder is in the past. What's happening, Shaw?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your...
Black frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips.
Imagination.
Imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
He loves those.
Fucking necktie yelling at me. Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoony. Look at all of them go. Do you want more
Copperoony.
questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up. Copperoony Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
I'm sure we can uncover stuff from the intuition here if we pick the right options. Why is my name Rooney? Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible? Who killed you? Can you ask me a question? I hate you using... So, I feel like... why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible might be interesting.
Because you have.
Oh, okay. Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Rooney is obviously not who I am.
Between you and me, your name is probably Harry.
That's my intuition speaking, right? So that could actually be true. Could I really be Harry?
You can be anything you want.
Okay, it's not going to be helpful.
Brother Coppo.
I could have killed the guy for all I know, genuinely. Who killed you?
Love did me in, Brother Coppo. It was love all along.
Love of autoerotic asphyxiation. Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
I don't have anything else to do. This case is all I have. Because he told me to, and then nod towards Kim. Maybe this will lead to something. Something indescribable, unforeseen, miraculous. It's kind of a cute one. From Kim's POV, you're just standing there very intensely staring at a corpse. Maybe this goes on faster in my head. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just... I'm gonna go with the third one. The clown lips on the corpse appear to smile. The face rotates before you slowly.
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest, and it's almost here. You can feel it in the air, on your hands. The cold spring air smoothing them over.
That's creepy. Shiver's talking to me. A miracle from the northwest. Well, we'll tell him we hate him.
Do I remind you of someone?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
Harlequinism. I didn't know that. Eyelids and mouth turned inside out, ears fused to head, plates of hard, thick skin, fissures, and swollen hands and feet. Doesn't seem great, man. Doesn't seem great. I'm not going to look up a real case that was censored. Cool. So, do I remind you of a deep sea creature, a baby affected with harlequinism, or nobody? I will choose two.
You sure we got out of that one? Coppellini.
Enough.
Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
That's not even slightly what that says. So there's an alternative reading. You can come back and look into this face anytime you want. Humor yourself with my Harlequin features, ask me your little questions, freshen your memory, create associations, remind me of your mortality. Copalopo. Okay. Interesting that we got the what seems to be like the generic voice line for that without the Harlequin and other things in it.
An
tattoos.
intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
White star is formed in their crossing.
His corpse is marked by stars.
I needed my intuition to say his corpse is marked by stars after the general inspection said they intersect in a small white star. What will mine be marked by?
Alcohol and heartbreak.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, no, fair. They added the voice line after the game was released. Yeah, that's fair. Is this a map of the night sky? Or is it a microelectronic system, or is it a national pattern? I'm going to go night sky. That sounds most interesting.
A map of the stars.
He turns around to breathe before inspecting
I
it
do
closer.
see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
Nope. Unzips. A sudden ringing fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
I'll ask him what it is.
A Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Triggered Sunshine Mini?
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow.
I know Encyclopedia's not giving me very much, but quite frankly, I'm really enjoying all the extra lore it gives me and the extra the information about random stuff. Even if I don't understand it half the time, it's really good. So I'm enjoying Encyclopedia.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
It's probably expensive. Kuno, rob it!
An instant color camera.
He produces 2 metal-capped ampules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting, then...
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
Classic planned obsolescence, right? There's a reason why we don't have infinite light bulbs, and it's just because they want us to buy more light bulbs. The bastards. This camera company literally just made them to break in. They don't need to. There's no reason for them to. They just, yeah.
In case we need it.
Shakes the paper. It doesn't actually do anything, apparently, shaking it like a Polaroid picture. Letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. It's interesting that it's kind of like got a couple of lines here. It looked like kind of like a handprint. There's definitely stars up there. Interesting. Cool machine.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
Interesting. What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later about the corpse smell. Yeah, sure.
Sure.
I need more items.
Just don't lose it.
To be fair, I have been losing my gun and my badge, so saying not to lose it is probably quite fair. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colourful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
I have something I need to know, corpse man.
Of course. You have
that should lead me
questions,
into this.
don't you?
Okay.
The power of your imagination.
I've already asked you
Come
all the
back
questions.
later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features.
I'm gonna
possible.
squint and take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink.
Green and pink?
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I'm squinting, Kim. Why am I doing it? Relax your eyes.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
How do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
I'll have another look. Can we even get him down? I mean, like, I think the best bet is probably just saw off the branch of the tree, and we'd need a ladder to get up there and a saw, at the very least.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink
Yep, I'm
and
done.
blue. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into
Observe.
only the lower extremities.
I'll
are
pick the
pink
I'm
with a
squinting Kim
dash of
button.
blue.
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
Squint harder, his face and hands are pink, thighs too, the rest are greenish. Yeah, I'll squint harder.
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
The fuck is lividity? Man, these people need me to pull out a thesaurus in order to lividity. Bluish purple discoloration of the skin that occurs after death due to the pooling of blood in the lower or dependent parts of the body. How solid the blood is or whatever? Yeah, basically. Relax your eyes.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color coursing with dark marbled veins.
So what do you think?
Going. Interesting that I could have missed all of this. Don't know what to think. What do you think? Something's coming out of him. He's beaten up. See the bruises? That seems like the interesting one. It could be wrong though. Like I don't know how corpses progress over time, right?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Can I strangle him?
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
I'm going to strangle you, Kuno. There will be 2 murders on our hands.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
Oh, cool blimey, governor. I think he's... I don't know what to think. What do you think?
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck.
So either killed by this, or he was hung up later.
The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
Recommend you save the game every 15 minutes or so. Don't rely on autosave. But I want to play through normally. I don't want to save scum. Can you save scum in this game, by the way? Is that a thing you can do? Because I feel like that would ruin the game. I bet you can save scum. Not saying you should save scum. Yes, you can. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it at all. Like that's got to ruin the game, right? Could it be he was moved after death? Well, he just said he wasn't. Seems like a lynching.
Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption. but we should still get him down before assigning a probable cause of death.
You can lose the game with some bad choices, so you should save just in case. You know what? I'll save just for you, right? I can't save while I'm in the menu. Something's coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it.
Purge liquid?
By drop.
The fuck is purge liquid? You know what? I'm Googling it again. Variety of cleaning fluids or compounds used to remove contaminants. No, that's not going to be it. Risky Google? Why is purge liquid a risky Google?
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck are you saying?
Talking about shit.
Oh, purge liquid is just poo falling out of him. Excellent. Goddamn right, I'm a faggot. Turns around and yell. For fuck's sake. Yeah. Ooh, we got lucky.
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
No. I want to try the other options.
Talking about
Maybe he went
shit.
to the toilet sometime before death.
Maybe.
Okay, I'll use the third option. Fine. Alright.
Talking about
Goddamn
shit.
right.
Malicious laughter erupts in the yard. Sounds like seagulls.
Big said he's a...
The lieutenant's face is made of stone.
He's like, hey, how you doing, Harry? I think he's dead.
I agree.
Surely Kim got told my name when he got sent here in order to deal with, like, to work with me, right? Like, surely, why has he not told me my name?
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Okay, conceptualization. Weird. but
Totally
okay.
dead.
The world no longer stores his personality in its composition. There was a time for that and it ended 7 days ago. Oh, no, better not to say that. Too heavy. Totally. This Buster's not coming back. Deady dead. What is dead anyway? Yeah, true. What is dead, guys? What is dead?
He is.
Okay, there's a lot of choices in here, just nested.
I agree.
His
Totally dead.
Hey, Didact. Hope for a Mercy discussion react stream. I will do react stream for Mercy discussion. I'm not sure when Beth's working, but I'll do a stream probably probably Monday or something like that. I'm not available tomorrow, as per. I am completely unspoiled on the Mercy discussion, by the way. So, did you watch it? Was it okay? Or were Mercy mains there saying, I really like the mobility, and everyone else just it's just being completely useless because they don't know what the problems are. Pickleball with the guys or date night? Could be either. Dead.
Dabadoob doob dead.
He says that without a hint of melody, not one muscle in his face moves. Okay, I'm gonna back off.
But there is no breath to catch.
I think I'm done.
Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils.
Yep.
He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Yep, the preliminary examination is done. Let's get him down from there.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
Okay. Ooh, 70 experience. That's a lot.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Can't someone else do it? We could saw the branch. Seems like a lot of hassle. Let's not do it. Maybe we could shoot him down. How the fuck's that gonna work? you just try and shoot the latch. Maybe we can ask for help from the harbor. Can't someone else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
Yes, exactly. Call the police. Someone who's below detective. Yeah. Let the grunts do it.
Someone like a paid garbage man? Or a cleaning crew? I have bad news for you. That is a detective.
No, I'm just a paid garbage man.
I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Surely we should put something below him so we can cart him away instead of just let him fall on the ground. Yeah, I saw the branch. That was my idea.
And saw the branch?
Yeah, it seems
There
dangerous.
has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Why would the tree... What? Just don't stand under it, right? Like, am I crazy? Just like literally, okay, you can't use that. You need a ladder up to there, and you just saw the branch off here. I mean, sure, the tree falls down, but like, what's the problem? Maybe we could... Yeah, let's just go. Maybe we should shoot him down. Fuck it.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
Bang bang time. You don't have a ladder? Somebody's got to have... Come on, random. Somebody's got to have a ladder.
How?
Just shoot the belt. The bullet will break it. Shoot the latch, maybe. Shoot up there, maybe?
Yes, the buckle, where it ties the cargo belt to the tree. If the shot hits that, then there might be a small chance to release the belt.
Yeah, that's what I said, yeah.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
Oh no, I accidentally shot Kuno. Fuck
They'll
shit.
miss. The pigs will miss Kuno.
Oh, okay. Hand-eye coordination it's going to be, right? 3. 3's not high. So I can tell him to take the shot. I don't think I'm gonna have a better chance than him, given that I've got +3, right? Shall I say fuck it? I assume he doesn't have a limited amount of bullets, right? Is it like he's got to have a couple of bullets? It's not like the camera. Fuck it. That's my answer. Fuck it. Let's try.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
I'm gonna let him choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
Interesting. It's a basic like musket type gun.
Securing it in place.
Ooh. 10 to 10. If I don't hit that one, what happens?
That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world.
Okay.
He then steps back and assumes the fellow's test position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Fallow test? Is that like... Is that a fallow test position? I won't distract him.
He's gonna fucking
Mitt!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
He feels bad about it.
Well, nothing
About his
lost.
eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him.
He's gonna be like, that was my one shot this game. I'm afraid I only came with 1 bullet.
Fuck
I will shoot you, Kuno S.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Try again?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors.
Oh shit, is everyone going to be judging us because we shot? I didn't think that it would have ramifications on the future. Okay. It's okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Clad.
The fuck is a Beano Clad, Kuno?
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
What now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
Glasses wearer. Okay, yeah, that's totally what it means. Yeah, they didn't just make that up on the spot. Should I have a go, guys? Should I have a go? I'm gonna get some ice, so I can have some Pepsi, because I've got some Pepsi down here. So I'm gonna get some ice from downstairs. Tell me if I should have a go or not. I only got 3 hand-eye coordination. I don't know. Like, I feel like getting a ladder is probably the best thing. Like, are we really in that much of a hurry? I'm out of ideas. You're not going to get a ladder? Why not? Why can't I get a ladder? Fuck it, I'm shooting him.
Yes, we do. It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks.
He pauses, then shrugs and proceeds to load the pistolet.
Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
The piece shines in his outstretched hand.
I only have one gun.
Shoot her! Is there an option for trying to shoot Kunoet? I really hope there's an option for trying to shoot Kunoet.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever
Take
seen.
the gun, that's very ominous.
You take it, you fucking banana boyka. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
Feel the weight first or point... Obviously, you feel the weight first.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting
No,
on
don't
the
put your
trigger.
finger on the trigger until you want to shoot. Are you stupid?
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
Point the gun at the belt. Why can't I shoot them?
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you
28% shit. Oh, man, that's bad. Point the gun at Kuno. Oh, please. Please, random. Please, can I point the gun at Kuno ass? Please. I close my left eye.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, slick with the falling rain. The corpse slowly rotates.
The game ends? Why would the game end?
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Okay, that didn't help. I thought maybe I'd get a +1. I will say shut up. Because you murdered... Since when has that stopped me, random?
Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
What? Sure, yeah, that's an okay chance, right? It's not a great chance. I mean, streamer luck and all that. I'm gonna miss, so let's just go. Hey, streamer luck!
The
Streamer
buckle
luck!
explodes
Woo!
into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir.
Landed 17%. Well, I'm always lucky, man. I got an 8% and I got a 20 something percent. Woo! Yes! I got 12. That is a hard check. You got to get 9 with your roll.
With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Who killed you?
Communism.
That's a bit on the nose, guys, isn't it? Right? That's a little bit on the nose. Come on, you can't just say communism. By the way, like, it seems like at the moment their political system is not communism. It looks like it's like a market domination kind of thing. I don't know how that would play out as a political system, but that seems like what they're saying. Maybe it was communism before, or maybe the communists were the people that killed him. Maybe that's what he's saying.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from. Only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
Got 2 skill points now. You've been policed. Oh, who's laughing now, you little shit? Yep.
Fuck you, Kurpale!
Kurapale. How'd I do that?
By being a damn good shot. Ace is high.
Yeah.
The Ace is High, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades during the revolution, is used to celebrate success in Revachol, especially in sports. The gesture is spread across the world, despite the defeat of the revolutionaries themselves.
The You've Been Policed guy right with a flaming pen give, yeah. yeah, I'm slapping it. Hell yeah, I'm gonna miss. Is that a check for slapping it? That did not look like that connected.
The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
At least I hit it, right? What's this one? Ace is high. Oh, +1 empathy. Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, ace is high on. Oh, this... Ah, so you spend a skill point to unlock it. Yeah, you know what? I'm not using one anyway, so I may as well. So I was confused as to what random meant about unlocking it. Does this lightning thing mean anything? Is this what you're researching right now? Just aesthetic? Okay. I wondered if it was like prioritizes this skill and then this skill in terms of points or something like that. Cool. That's fine.
I knew these guys were
In for a penny. Got a problem with it?
Kuno cracks with laughter. Sounds like someone strangling a seagull. It's clear he enjoys himself.
Give me the gun back.
I knew they suck each other off.
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
Oh?
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Alright, we're gonna give him back the gun.
In the meantime, we should try to interview Everard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though.
But there's something scary coming from the northeast. If my gamer wasn't able to shoot the body down, so I didn't get to do the autopsy on the first day, it must massively change the investigation if you're able to do something important like this early on, because otherwise you're talking to people with no information whatsoever. But now we can gather the information and then go interrogate them with it. So that's really interesting. No? Okay.
Or
that's
we
not
could
my
ask around for the representative
disappointing.
of the logistics company. My initial information says the Wild Pines have sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Everard.
You can do things in any order? Yeah. I'm just saying the game must be like vastly different if you go for something like this early and then go to the others. You can actually win the game without ever looking at the body? Yeah, well, it's a murder investigation. So yeah, I'm sure you can. Representatives of the logistic company. Initial information says the Wild Pines has sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle back control from their Everart. Okay, so Wild Pines is the Wild Pines is the company they're working for, that they're striking in. They sent a logistics, a strike negotiator. Everart must be the Union. Yeah, so Everart Clare is the leader of the Union. Interesting. Okay. So I'm really bad with names, so I try and double check them.
You could ask the gardener for directions.
Is this the famous list of initial interviews?
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
I thought you just wanted a little break before we do the autopsy, not to go somewhere else and screw around in a corner. Lieutenant Kitsuragi snapped the photo of the hangman's tattoos, displays the intricate web of blue lines stretching across his torso. You have to admit, it looks quite cool. Oh, the button there. Ah, cool.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but something's not right.
Who are you?
Gone.
The photo of the tattoos is talking to me. What's the meaning?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Cool. Oh, they've got price on them. He hands you his handkerchief and you're like, I'm going to sell it to the store owner. Why not? Oh, God, Christ. We're here for about an hour getting the body down. Ask Gart if he knows how the victim's clothes got in the trash. Okay. Let's go inside so we don't have to go too far. Gart is the bartender?
Can I help you?
Before we do this, we might need the ability to be able to... I don't know, we might need authority here. I feel like authority is quite good with this guy. It's Inland Empire and empathy that we get from him. Yeah, they're already really high.
Can I help you?
I need a drink. Can you pour me one? I seen something here at the Whirling Gate. A thing I need to talk to you about. Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Yeah, Lady Doth protest too much, I think. Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking on a fugue state. That sounds stupid. Could someone on your staff have put them there? Yeah. Who else had the keys?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
It's got to be a
the
member of
elusive
the staff.
CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Could one of your staff have played that?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here,
Ooh.
and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us
Can't
would
just
tamper
vouch for
with the
everyone.
crime scene.
And honestly, you're just a bartender, so do I care about your opinion anyway? Maybe you were sleepwalking on a fugue
I
state.
think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
Yeah, fair.
Yes.
Get a drink. Yeah, let's get
Do
a
I
drink.
have a shaker in
quest for
my
him.
hand? Is this a shaker?
What, the bird?
He sounds irritated.
You sound irritated? Why? All I want is a drink.
Am I wearing a little bow tie?
Bartender.
Am I wearing a bow tie and doing this?
He shakes the Martinaise shaker furiously.
Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? No. Do you know why?
Why?
Because I'm not a bartender. I'm a cafeteria manager. Is there anything else you wanted?
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
You don't understand the seriousness of the situation. I'm an alcoholic. I need my fix. I'm an alcohol-operated detective. If you want me to clean up the dead body and solve the case, then you need to insert alcohol into my mouth. That one.
Oh, well, in that case, let me pour you a nice, big, refreshing marinella. Do you want that out of a glass or a pineapple?
You do not want to taunt me. I took the clipboard off.
Don't
Authority.
be an imbecile. I'm not going to serve you a marinella. I have work to do and broken things to fix. If that was all, I'd like to return to it.
Oh, I can just go back through? Yeah, sure.
He sounds irritated.
Is this a shaker? No, there's nothing there.
Am I wearing a little... Am I smiling? Do you... That's right. I'm the cafeteria manager.
I got XP for just going back through. Interesting.
I'm glad we cleared that. Was there anything else?
Play it calm.
But he is a
This
bartender.
man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
You don't understand the seriousness of the situation. I'm an alcoholic. I need my fix. It's for choosing the correct option, not for going back through. Okay.
Even more reason for me not to serve you, sir. Was there anything else you needed?
What?
Other than alcohol? Do I have...
He sounds irritated.
Am I smiling? That's right.
Play it calm. This man needs to understand.
I want a fucking drink,
you need a
asshole.
drink.
Well, you're not getting it, asshole.
This is a thoughtful exchange, but can we move on, please?
I'm gonna guess I missed the passive authority check there in order to get him to pour me a drink. But he just yells asshole at me, and I'm like, by the way, I'm gonna sing karaoke.
Absolutely out of the question.
You wait and see, cafeteria manager. Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
I've seen something here at the Whirling Gate. A thing I need to talk about. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Thing?
I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union. Oh, that's actually interesting, yeah.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
Oh, he doesn't like the Union.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
He hates
like
the
me.
Union, but grudgingly recognizes his power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead.
Yaha!
Retaliate.
He recognizes the Union's power over him. Is it a regular Union, or is this Union like weird, right? I got that authority check just because I took the clipboard off, so that's interesting. It's a shame you got to suck up to the Union to stay afloat. Maybe it's not got more authority. Maybe he just needs them.
I don't. I'm simply providing a service, or really facilitating the offering of services to paying customers, and it doesn't matter. I don't have to explain myself to you.
You do, I'm a policeman.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
How do we find
We
them?
don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Thank you, reaction speed. That's actually very helpful. That's one of those ones that I think would have been a tutorial, but they've made it into the... Like, This is probably how they should have done the tutorials to begin with, right? Checks that you're guaranteed to hit. Just to make it a little bit more like in-game, if you get what I mean. I don't have any money, so I'm not gonna do that. Cool, let's go now. Oh, kitchen. Dishwasher drying, the smell of chemicals and pine trees. The aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. Oh. $1.15? That's what I want.
Yes?
Let's talk to the guy. Not Kim.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Quebec.
Maybe that's not his name. Maybe that's the only words I can make out. Well, as we've already covered, I am racist, so we'll see how this goes.
It must be his name. Garancy. Garancy, Quebec. Sounds representative.
Hi, Garancy. I have some questions to ask. Mr. Quebec, I'm here on official police business. Yeah, hello, sir. Got time for a few questions.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
They kind of did, but I guess some people are really dumb and need an actual tutorial. Yeah, I get that. I feel like this game's pretty complicated, though, so I see why people wouldn't get it. I feel like they just needed more of those things instead of the tutorial lady. You got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
Okay, yeah.
It's almost like music, especially
okay?
with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
Is this man simple? Okay. Well, he's not very helpful. I do actually need to talk to Kim.
Yes?
Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
Literally anything about it. I can't remember a single thing. That's fair. Would you say this is a mysterious case? If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case? Actually, that's probably not.
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
Oh.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
Literally anything about it. I can't remember a thing. It's me as a detective. Yeah, retrograde amnesia. That's what I'm in on.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Cop-off?
It's just stupidity.
What kind of stupidity? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Our precincts can't decide if Martinaise is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine.
Which one's
as if
mine?
we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Harry is ironic, iconic. Love that man. He might not be Harry. It's a struggle over who runs Martinaise. Interesting. I wonder if we're Jamrock or if we're in the Industrial Harbor.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinaise than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words.
Quote, quote, Harry, quote, quote. Yeah,
I think
yeah.
The dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
He turned up because he was least interested
So
in it.
he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
So you volunteered to spoil it? What's special about Martinaise? I wonder what this says about me, that I was sent by my station. Or, okay, enough of the competition then, let me talk to something else. I feel like the third one. What did this say about me? He raised an eyebrow, thinking it best to let you make the next move. I was sent to teach you a lesson about style. There can only be one conclusion. I'm the finest case-solving machine sent to outperform you in every way imaginable. I must be an augury, an apocalyptic omen sent by my people. Can you guess my message? Don't be scared, but I think I might have supernatural abilities. I probably have an unbelievable kill count. I'm the finest case-solving machine. I'm going to go with that one, yeah.
A good joke.
He does not actually think it was a good joke.
Thank you, empathy. I really needed you to chime in there. Yeah, okay. Yes, a joke. In truth, I'll only moderately humiliate and outperform you. A joke, of course. Rest assured, I have no intention to compete with you. Of course it's a joke. Look at me. How could I compete with you? You probably have a ton of cases solved. Man, that's mocking. I feel like I go with this one.
Oh, you will?
He raises his
Then
collar.
I will help you to do so. Now...
Still, against his better judgment, this made him think just a
What?
little bit less
No!
of you.
No! What? I was clearly still joking. I don't start with joke saying I'm better than him and saying, well, alright, you called me out on it. I guess I'll outperform you only a little bit. And then he's like, well, now I hate you. You're clearly being serious. How am I meant to know the tone of these things?
Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition?
Fuck.
If not, we should move.
Oh. So you volunteered to spoil it?
I'm an unrepentant spoil sport.
He seems pleased by it. What's so special about Martinaise?
Martinaise? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
Interesting. Interchange to the south. Enough of the competition then. Tell me something else.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Got 10 plus 10 experience for the pissing competition. Interesting. Why did the 41st send me? Huh. Why is that unlocked? Well, it's got a basically 0% chance. Is there anything I can do to upgrade logic? I can't see my inventory. Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
Literally anything about it. I can't remember a single thing. I have amnesia. I keep fucking telling you. Please give me a briefing.
Ah, yes. The case brief you missed. Now I remember.
Yeah, I'll come back to it when I find a couple of points.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinaise. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate.
Yeah, I've got -2 logic from internalizing, yeah.
During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Why didn't we know anything about the caller?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
That's interesting. Why hide
There's
themselves?
a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinaise.
Okay.
Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Interesting. Really interesting. I'm guessing the dock workers is the brunt of the authorities. Sorry, the actual economy in Martinaise. Let me just make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer. Yeah, no shit. And the RCM is... I know what the RCM is. Maybe I should keep clarifying. See if there's any more information.
That's us. The Ravachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
I don't think I've ever actually had it explicitly stated that it's a citizen's militia. That's an interesting term for police.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this.
That is a really good encyclopedia check. Encyclopedia once again coming in clutch. Man. I wonder how many, like, really hard checks are running in the background. I don't think I've ever seen a hard check succeed, a passive one. I've only seen medium, so maybe there's hard checks running in the background that I haven't passed loads of times. Our job is to find the killer.
That's right.
There are hard ones. Interesting that I haven't passed any, despite having good good stats on at least a couple of them. Let's back out this. Let's go put our clipboard back on. That could give us stats we need.
Yes.
We're not going to need authority with him.
What do you want to know?
Would you say this is a mysterious case?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean
Wait, we do know who he
to put
is?
the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
Okay, this probably isn't mysterious, but it could be sexy. Why is that an option? Oh god. I'm thinking. No, I don't want to. I don't want to bring up supernatural. I feel like he completely hate any mention of supernatural type stuff. I'm not picking the fourth, man. I already picked one for you. White Mellow's 40s. What more do you need?
I'm relieved that you agree.
He is glad and surprised to see an officer who can appreciate the less than spectacular.
Is there anything else? You look like you were about to say something.
Do you know the feeling when you've begun filling in a crossword, but some of your answers don't quite seem to fit? That's the feeling I have right now, for some reason.
I know exactly what you mean.
It will turn into quite the puzzle yet, I'm afraid.
Can we go over the preliminary info again?
You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again?
No, I'll wing it.
There's no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, that's okay. I did.
He knows I
3
didn't get
days
the
ago, the RCM emerged.
Oh.
During that time, the victim had been stripped.
Does the brief
of his
say who the
belongings.
victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinaise, of course. We
Yeah,
need
he
to find
definitely
out
seems
the
annoyed
truth.
when supernatural things come up.
They didn't identify. There's a strong prejudice. Okay, well, we are police officers. It is our job to find the killer. So that's what I intend to do.
Okay.
Good.
I want to talk about you.
Me? I don't see
Yeah.
how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
It is true that we'll work better together if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
This is the first question. Can I talk about you? You appear to be wearing glasses, sir. Tell me a secret about yourself. Hey, tell me a secret. Do you ever talk with yourself? Don't look like other people around him. Sir, you appear to be of a different race than others. Would you like to talk to me about your race? First question. Tell me a secret is probably the best. He just says no.
Your brain sends the signal
Oh, I
to your
accidentally clicked
lips,
that again.
but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. The eyebrow is exercising psionic control over you. It's like you're locked down.
What's happening to me?
Something the matter, detective?
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands.
I had to do legendary authority check. Give up.
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Do you ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations like with your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Apparently some people don't have an inner voice at all. Apparently that's a thing. It's very bizarre to me how you can have thoughts without an inner voice.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic. But this isn't an old school case.
I get it. You're one of those old school detectives. So how do you, tap the side of your head? So you're saying your brain never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything? If not a voice, what do your thoughts sound like? I think people kind of get thoughts in, yeah, partially visual, but partially just they wash over them without having a form, and the thoughts still materialize, right? Saying your brain never chimes in with advice or warnings. I'm just going to say he's one of the old school detectives.
So
like
what?
that.
That makes you the new school?
Well, maybe he doesn't like it.
God spare us. For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
Sir, you appear to be of a different race than others.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
What is Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Seoul is a protectionist,
thank you. Encyclopedia coming in clutch
isolationist,
one more
and
time.
Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
I can't even spell this. Pan-is-e-olari. Okay, it's not a real word. It came up with Disco Elysium. Okay, yeah. No. You're making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about Seoul.
You're barking at the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revachelier.
He's glad to have shut down your question.
You're wearing glasses. Sir, is your eyesight okay?
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Physical instrument. What the fuck is physical instrument, man? Where's physical instrument? Am I blind? It's gotta be somewhere around here, right? There he is. Flex powerful muscles, enjoy healthy organs. No, I don't. Glasses are cool, I guess. Just
I
observing.
guess you don't need glasses, then. Good.
Alright.
Let's change the subject.
You seem to be
Excuse
following me.
You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
What do you mean distinctive?
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just
No, I am
a
actually
collegial
blind.
observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st
Oh, so I'm
precinct
Jamrock.
tend to move a bit erratically.
He must be from the harbour then.
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
Yes, but containers contain things, shiny things. They're interesting.
Alright, interfacing. That's racist. Just straight up. Man, you're being real racist right now. Why containers?
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should...
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
Hey, Amon. Think you might get a good thought for this line of dialogue? I haven't got shit. Containers container making assumptions. It doesn't really tell me anything. Once again, is Spirit proving to be completely fucking useless.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
You need to talk about something several times in different conversations. What, to say on the same topic? Interesting. The checklist, interesting.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe.
Makes sense, random.
The door does not budge.
Well, I know where it leads. It leads out back.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
It's part of the whirling in rags. There's something about this place that makes you want to know. Out of duty, you may find something. We may find something pertinent to the investigation. Yeah, we might.
Yes. I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just
How
to
did they
be
get into
thorough.
the back? Maybe
As
they went through the back door.
Side investigation.
No, the door is a mega investigation. The door and the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation.
If
Yeah.
you say so. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
GTA 6 was delayed until May 2026. Yeah, they got to put more microtransactions into
Can I
it.
help you?
If you think the average person is not going to spend £500 in total on GTA 6, you are crazy, man. They're going to have fruit machines on every corner in GTA 6. You can spend real money on.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Okay, there's a mysterious blue steel door at the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Some companies have been sitting on releasing games they don't release at the same time. Yeah, I feel like GTA 6 is definitely one of those that they want to... They really want to hit hard with it. It's going to be real rife with monetization. Have you seen the way GTA 5's gone in the last, like, 3 or 4 years? It's crazy how much monetization's in there now. And they're, like, GTA 6 is just going to be a platform monetization more than anything. As much content as possible released with it to keep people in it. And then... nickel and dime you. You think you're going to get a Kuruma without paying money? You ain't. Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably.
It's actually interesting.
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
They say the entire industry have been waiting on GTA to create an uptick in gamers from buying new consoles to controllers. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I can understand that.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage.
But you're a bartender.
So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
After the animals? By the way, if he's cleaning the place, surely he's closer to a bartender than a cafeteria manager, right? Okay.
Yes.
Well, we could talk about the money again, but I feel like talking about the money's not really going to get us anywhere. Talk to laddie. You got to spend money to make money. Time is money, friend. Okay, well, the world is our oyster. Doesn't really talk. I need to go to the car to,
Hello again, officer. How are things?
we need directions.
Of course. Where to?
Let me just check the directions again, just to remind myself.
There's the pier,
North
the
is the
Cape
pier.
Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really.
East
the
is
harbor
the harbour.
Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too.
Freak store. We need to do something with Freak.
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably. Just coast. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinaise Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
Okay.
In the west is the miracle.
Oh? Inland Empire? I've not seen the new podcast, no. I feel like I want to go to the west and fuck everything else, right? Inland Empire is leading me there. Hitting 13 is crazy, right? Shall I just, like, keep going in on Inland Empire with all my skill points? How close am I to this? I'm very close to this one. Hopefully it gives me something good. It's only on +1 encyclopedia. Oh, so it's in terms of time. Okay, that's interesting. You know what? Fuck it. I'm too scared to spend a point anyway, so I may as well do that. Once you have 6 points, you'll pass most passive checks. Yeah, they seem to mostly be to easy 6, and then like 8 or 9 for the medium, right? Do you know why I could find the representative for Wild Pines? More than 7 is generally unnecessary, but I just got a weird clue about the West having a miracle.
Wild Pines? You mean the company woman?
Yes, a representative of the harbor. She should have set up operations nearby.
It's going to afternoon.
Oh, that must be the woman on the giant boat. There's one docked on the pier. It arrived a couple of weeks ago. It's very hard to miss. No problem.
Representatives in the giant boat. Okay, so is the map oriented to north, east, south, west? I would assume so, right? No reason for it to not be. Let's go turn on the lights.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
How do I turn on the headlights?
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage.
Press engine start.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life with a whiny growl.
That was loud. Open the toolbox after? Okay.
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro perforations.
Look at the perforations.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. The first row has 18 dots.
Not bad.
Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet. The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200. The last row has 3 perforations.
Oh,
That's
3?
it.
What the whole means.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Maybe the second one's the amount of cases you closed? 18 years, got drunk like a megastar? Walk the land telling whores and liars of the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. Probably some boring office job, same as everyone else. I feel like I just went around apologizing all the time. It definitely, I don't know.
Fair point. Let's move on, shall we?
Yeah, there's a lot of French words in this.
This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases.
Yeah.
Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see... Wow, more than 200.
Is that a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all
Lazy
RCM
bastards.
officers.
10 cases a year. Oh, that's lazy, isn't it? You get like 30 days per case. What's the last number?
Right. Those are your confirmed kills.
Oh.
You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
Yeah, I was expecting a higher number.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
Closer to 35-ish. Well, it's not exactly complicated maths. I just didn't do it properly, alright? Alright, leave me alone.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Have you ever killed someone? How do you handle the strain? How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective, or self-destructive than others.
He gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Ooh, I want to know about his hobbies. Like what?
Oh, this and that.
Oh, come on, Kim. Tell me about your hobbies, dude. Please.
Why not gardening?
Maybe I should find a hobby.
You've already got the gloves.
Maybe I should take my gloves
It's
off.
meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Oh, it's actually meant in earnest. Have you ever killed anyone? Sure.
Yes.
Oh.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
He shut it down, but he's not embarrassed.
The lieutenant nods.
Look at the shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Wait, look around you? So where are we on this?
Let me see. Right here.
His finger near the top of the map on a segment of coast jutting out into the Great Ocean. Open the toolbox and go buy the map. I don't think I have enough money for the map, but yeah, I'll do that. Seems nice.
No, it does not.
Breakthrough imminent? Oh, long way home. Cool. Oh. How do I end up with the breakthrough?
The rectangular watermark is overlaid
Look
with
around you.
a rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
After the dialogue ends? Okay, no problem. Yeah, it's going to be one of those where it has to wait for the thing to end before it changes your stats, I guess.
Ah, Martinaise.
He smells the air and says,
Let me see. Right here.
I'm sure I've seen worse. Hey, Spot.
Oh, yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt-out quarter.
Okay.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You press the remote control on the key.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Yay! Superstar Cop 5. Apocalypse Cop 0. Sorry Cop 1. Boring Cop 2. Okay, so this must be the things I'm working towards. Good Cop / Bad Cop is 5. What does that mean? People killed 3. 216. Is this bad? Why have I got 5 for Superstar Cop? I mean, I did research that. Yeah. Those are the choices based on the dialogue. Yep. So basically, I'm a boring cop who's a superstar. I did talk about it to the girl as well. Did you talk to the racist guy? No, question mark?
Lonesome, long way home.
The presentation is just so pretty.
Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Interesting. Learning cap for perception raised to 5. Speed gives 1 psi. Speed gives 1 psi. What? What does the speed gives 1 psi mean? Oh, speed is in the drug speed? Okay. Yeah, okay. That's funny. When they say the learning cap's raised, they mean you can put that point into it, right? So for Inland Empire, I can put 4 more points into it, and that's all, right? For Suggestion, I can put 7 into it. Is that right? What does alcohol give me, then? Yeah, sure. I don't know what to focus on. I'm going to be honest. I haven't been doing very much authority in general. Logic's also been dumped by quite a lot of the things I've done. The conceptualization I've always got quite a bit from. It's so interesting that there's so many more things here. I kind of feel like going into Shivers would be interesting, but I can only put 2 points into it, right? So... Alcohol raises your physique, cigarettes raise your intellect. I forget the other ones. Okay, yeah, no problem. I feel like Shivers would be really interesting, but I can only get it up by 2. I feel like +2 might be good enough to start hitting some checks for it, though. I really like the knowledge ones, right? The arcane knowledge. Like, the Inland Empire is so interesting to me. His spirit's also going quite well. You said 5 is like where you want to be aiming for in order to hit quite a few checks, right? Quite a few of the regular passive ones. It's a very unique run. I focus on Shivers. You can't focus on it with 2 physique. Is this how much you... Okay, so that's how much you can upgrade the things. Cool. So does this 4 do anything other than just allowing you to upgrade all of these by 4? Or is it just that? Is there checks for psych in general, or is it all individual checks and you can upgrade them by doing certain things? It's also your base skill on each. I kind of want to feel like upgrading Encyclopedia a bit more. The no authority playthrough. It's also your base skill. Yeah, so you start with 4. You start with 4 authority and then you get minuses to it. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, more icons gives you more control. It makes sense to me. You said I want to open the toolbox. Is the toolbox in the car by chance?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
Men are generally protective of their tools because they're fucking expensive, to be fair.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Pry bar, chain cutters, flashlight, and then... Okay, so...
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Take the chain
The
cutters.
handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your
Snicker
hand.
snap.
You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
I've already done the belt. I'm okay, dude.
It's robust, weatherproof,
Flashlight.
and well made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
Okay.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into
Yes,
its
good
nest.
idea. Thank you, Random.
Preheater
I'm
gauge
glad I
casts a warm
got the
glow
free
on steering
items.
levers and the radio on its hook.
I need to ask where the
This is
Sylvia is.
1357. How may I assist you?
I need you to contact me as citizen Sylvie. She may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Kim, didn't Gart give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Speak up, Kim.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Start slapping a marching rhythm on your fat shop.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Just wait. Relax.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you.
Ah, nice.
Yes, hello?
A female voice greets you through static. Sounds like she's a million miles away from here. Hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days at work. Or Sylvie. I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirlingham Rags. From the Whirlingham Rags? I'll do the first one.
Oh, right.
She recognizes
Hello,
your
officer.
voice.
What can I do for you?
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again.
Have you seen my batting gun? Hey, I was just calling to see if you've seen the things that I've misplaced. You've got your job.
Why did I leave the bar?
You can hear...
Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
I don't want to push it now. Are you ever coming back to work?
Maybe, I don't know.
She seems to relax a little bit.
I just know I have to take some time off right now.
She seems really fragile. I don't want to push her too hard. Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
But why didn't you call? Didn't the courts behind your workplace bother you? That's a little strong. Do you know who made the call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They used the Union spell, or the one on the coast.
That's interesting.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
I'm scared that she's going to hang up if I push it too hard, so I want to get as much information as possible. Next question.
Yeah, go on.
Do you know how my paperwork ended up in the trash container behind the whirling? I think that's probably fair, because I might have left that around. Asking about badge and gun's a bit different.
Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it. I am sorry about that. Anything else, Detective?
Why was I jamming it down the toilet? I guess I'll start asking about badge.
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
How did you first learn I'm a police officer? Is interesting.
You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody, and so does your badge. I don't need to hear about it anymore.
What was wrong with me? My badge is missing. Have you seen it anywhere?
Oh, no, I haven't. Sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Yeah, to be fair, Kim has a lovely uniform. What? They say he doesn't have a uniform? Not my uniform too? God, I should really look into that. Yeah, Kim doesn't have a
He's
uniform.
in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more casually. Looks like you're one of them.
Interesting. See my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, Detective.
She sounds like she's about to cry. Please don't talk to me again. I showed you my gun. When did it happen?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and...
And what did I do?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him. Spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it after.
I showed you my cool, awesome gun. Please respond. Please respond. Why would I threaten to kill myself? I mean, look at the world. I would love to stay. I need to keep going on the superstar
There
train.
is silence on the other end of the line.
No, talk to me. I don't know what to say.
Me neither.
Okay, what happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
Guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. You're welcome to ask me Overwatch questions. Yeah, no worries. I'm not on a fuck off, don't talk to me about things trend.
It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask.
Yeah, I probably pawned it. Did you see my policeman uniform?
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things.
The disco things? Did I have
hope
disco
so.
things?
Please, don't call me again. Bye.
I suppose we'll roll the 85 empathy.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags when she was still working there.
Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything.
I'm not mad. It's just you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skewer thing happened. It just made me want to quit.
Skewer thing? What skewer thing?
Stuffed bird, the great skewer. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Bitch forgot what was coming to her. Literally me. Oh my god, literally me. Why do I always end up screwing everything up? No, that sounds like me, alright?
Didn't seem like you had fun doing it, though.
Oh god. You're telling me I was the one who made you quit?
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I had seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
Go on, I want to know what I did.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive.
If you think you reduce the heroes back to 200 HP, you'll also have to look at movement abilities. I'm not sure if you can reduce movement at this point though. Is there no other solution, like reducing HP a bit, but not full 200 HP revert? If you reduce the back to 200 HP, you'll have to look at movement abilities. Yeah, I mean, I do agree that the game has a lot of movement creep. I don't think you have to address that in order to make the game better by going back to 200 HP, right? I don't think the game would be worse on 200 HP without looking at movement abilities.
Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
Deacon. Which song? Which song?
We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
Sorry about the song.
To hell with that song.
Well, it's not bad.
Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there.
I am actually such a jerk.
I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know.
Well, clearly I was threatening you.
And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy.
Literally
and
me.
no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is.
No.
The coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco, too.
Oh, God. I'm sorry.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke.
I'm still threatening to sing karaoke.
Kill yourself.
Okay, I get it. I wasn't ever... Come on, I was alright though, right?
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
I was trying to show you the world of tomorrow, the great panic at the end. Well, you're the worst tavern wench I've ever seen. Yo, loosen up a little. Don't you have a party? I'm just gonna apologize. But then again, I am a superstar, so I am sorry.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again. And
What? No, I apologized. What else did I sing beside the oh? I'm looking for a song.
All sorts of things. From disco, rock too. So much disco and rock.
Was I singing The Smallest Church in St. Sands?
Yes, that's the one you like to sing along to the most. The later it got, the more that one came on.
Do you know where I can buy it?
Interesting. You still have to find a copy, though, before you can blast it.
Everything's in favour of this. Thank you for talking to me. Well, let's go.
Tough bird. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Why do I always end up screwing everything up?
It was a pretty bird. There since I started working in whirling. I really liked her. We call her Scotty.
There's genuine sadness in her voice.
That's sad.
Yes, I've had sailors fighting. Union guys. I bet.
Back off. I was just searching through...
Interesting. You still have to find a copy, though, before you can
I don't
blast
think
it.
there's anything else here. You played BG3? No, I've not.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks.
I feel
Then
sorry for
the
her,
already
man.
familiar
Why does she have to
voice.
deal with me?
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Serial number of the boots.
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it. Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolari law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
Crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government. So this is inter-island, basically, is what they're saying, right? I'm going to pop Tolu as well. It's pretty good. You could play it with Beth if you're looking for a new game. I think it might be a little slow. I don't think she likes the D&D style of things. I used to play Divinity with friends. It was kind of like a weekly thing. She fucking hates that game. She hates it with a passion. I don't even know why she hates it. I think it was just a little slow and she lost track of the story, then couldn't care anymore. Admittedly, multiplayer Divinity is a little bit of a what does the story matter anyway, because everyone's progressing at a different pace. It's a really weird game in multiplayer unless people are willing not to run off and do things by themselves. The ICP is a intersolari law enforcement service, a crown jewel in the Moralinton diadem. Okay, yeah. Have you heard back from the ICP about the serial number?
No, and I doubt they'll get back to me before tomorrow morning. Anything else?
Cool. I'm done.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Okay. I'm gonna guess we can drive the car if we're smart.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your copper type.
Oh? What are copper types?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
I was kind of hoping... I know I'm a superstar cop, though.
That is only a ludicrous daydream. Guess again. You're the...
Cool cop.
No, you're the sorry cop.
No, I'm not.
The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we?
No, I'm not. I haven't said sorry at all.
Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
I'm not sorry. I changed my mind. They should be sorry. I'm not sorry.
No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance.
No harm in opting in? Okay.
Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million.
Yeah, that's true. I could get $1 million bucks every time I say sorry. -1 authority? I mean, in for a penny, right? Fuck it. The talents. Man, the talents. This one's pretty good. Well, it's -1 authority for now. To be fair, I have no authority anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Chain cutters, crowbar. Sorry, it's pry bar. That's different than a crowbar, apparently. Cool. You made the cool. Keep searching for the cooler. Run the number. Call back to Alice. Find out who's in the Union box. Explore the whirling passages. Fireway. I'm gonna go back to the door and see if I can hit it with the pry bar. Yeah, it's more about the permanent bonus. Yeah, that's true. Though, to be fair, my permanent bonuses have done sweet FA so far. I mean, this is basically useless, learning Cat for Perception raised to 5. Because I don't have enough... I'm not putting points into any of it. I'm just spending the points on more slots. You don't get to see the permanent bonuses until you take it. Yeah.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock.
Try to push the door.
The door does not budge.
Try to push
The door does not. The door does. The door. The cobalt blue. Old cobalt paint. Rough on the finger.
Do these gloves do anything good for me? Oh, it's just interfacing, so I may as well wear them anyway. Cool.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent
Back in
dimpled
50?
lock.
Yeah, no worries. Why does this not work? Oh, that's actually cute, though. Interface to the world. It's actually a flashlight. Oh, yeah, I'll be playing till 8. Oh, it should be. Spider and Realth BG free playthrough. It's actually kind of cute. I might head off early. I'm not sure. Depends what Beth's doing tonight. So I actually don't want to. I don't want to commit.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What's on your games to playlist? I don't really have that many at the moment, to be honest. I have a lot of games that I have a vague interest in, but like there's nothing that's over like a 5 or a 6 that I'm really like looking for. The reason why I wanted to do a bit of variety on stream is as I say, it's my day off. It's a good excuse to actually play a game instead of grinding out something else or working or yeah. I realize that I've tended to spend most of my free time like the couple of hours that I get a day just playing a couple of games of Overwatch and Rivals, and I feel like I may as well branch out and do something interesting. And if I have the excuse of doing it on stream, I feel like I can a little bit more, right? Ba, ba, ba. Ba, da, ba, ba, ba. I kind of want to do the perception.
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Shabby little door. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's special.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Nice. Can't get back here. Oh, that's a roof area. How do you get to that? Can I get to that? The door out to it from one of the rooms? Hmm. Amplitude of magnesium supplement. A silver plate with trace of bone yellow powder. The poster says, "Get out the way or get fucked up."
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
I need my drugs. Takes forever to build up the audience to be a variety streamer, but it'd be awesome if that was your full time. Maybe awesome for us. You might hate it. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I think full time on anything in terms of streaming is a hard climb. Audience for variety streaming is always based off of. It's hard to make YouTube content that leads into variety streaming. I think that's the main thing. I think a couple of people have managed it, but for the most part, it's quite hard to do. As you say, like it depends if you're actually interested while playing the games, isn't it? I think I'm gonna make a third YouTube channel for specific live stream rips so that I have these playthroughs saved for another time. Maybe with some like very light editing, so I like literally just edit like 10 seconds at the start and then render through with some stuff cut out. I think I might do that. But for now, I'm not 100% sure. I'm just enjoying actually being able to play the games with a couple of people. Random is obviously great for keeping me company.
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective? Oh, man. Perhaps the police should interfere.
Perhaps not.
He looks
This
at you.
is below our pay grade, detective. However,
He looks at the ladder.
see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor.
I swear,
no?
Random says that I couldn't get a ladder in order to get the guy at the tree. But the ladder is right there. I see the ladder. I could get that ladder quite easily. Hey, Van. Back from my nap and you're taking meth? I wish. Oh, money. Cured pig's head looks mummified. Weird. I have... Oh, good. I get to climb it without... Interesting. Get to climb it without problems. Oh. I have to go up in order to get that. Oh, that's the way that down. Barrels are half full of rainwater. Oh. Oh. The doorway's gonna collapse soon. The hell are we? There's a guy over there. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. Like ruins? Postcard, Grand Coron 37. The postcard depicts an ill-advised residential area overlooking the Jamrock Quarter. 13-story buildings line the hillside like sarcophagi, an ominous fog already rising from behind. These are the last boom years. In 39, the project falls catastrophically, leaving behind an opiate and hepatitis B-infected slum. Interesting. Extremely hard. I'm an editor for a YouTube channel that does playthroughs and took us a year to get to monetization. 2 years for 2K subs. They make their real money as Twitch streamer, and the YouTube ended up more for the community. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, isn't it? It's interesting that specific streaming, you normally get most of your money from YouTube, and then variety streaming, you get most of your money from Twitch. I think Twitch is a lot less volatile as a place to get your money from, for the most part. Is the person you edit for interesting? Or are they boring?
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Listen, child, the smell is so bad that I threw up and I was wondering. What are those strange words you use?
I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Great for shorts, but breaking into long-form YouTube is rough, yeah.
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the fuck out of here.
Don't be traumatizing here. Especially when you have no idea what you're doing like I do.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Child, converse with me. The smell is so bad I threw up and I was wondering.
Stay away from me, pig. You don't want to see what happens when you corner me.
What happens? I've got a gun. Should have shot her.
I'll die before I squeal. Murder was the case they gave me.
She has almost vanished behind the fence. Only the top of her hat remains. Okay. Who knows fucking electricity? 20,000 volts? Kuno volts? Kuno's fucking electricity. You ought to talk like this for Kuno. You really get it in your throat. I want to go west. I think that's the thing. I want to go west. He said to buy the map. I don't think I have enough money for the map. Map's up here, wasn't it? I do not know how to get this guy to run. It's actually very stressful.
Several maps have been... The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinaise.
We'll just buy this.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Add the Realth channel to your Twitch links panel. That's usually the YouTube I tell people to check out for your content. Yeah, fair enough. Double click. I keep double clicking and it goes into a little run and then stops. Let's have a look at the map. A worn and torn map from the Martinaise area dating from 48. A title at the top, I think it's 51 now. Bienvenue à Realth. But yeah, I can't speak the French. It's a bit out of date, as it was originally crafted by a design studio in a failed attempt to spruce up Martinaise and turn it into a fancy tourist location. Okay, so that's put that back on.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from...
I want to see the ledger. I want to see the map.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinaise, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right
corner. Can I see it?
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Cypar, over Saint-Brun, and
I know it's kind of
Martinaise
defeating
North.
the purpose of the game to be able to just open the map and see it. I know, but I kind of want to be able to see the map.
Finally, coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the
Yes!
Map tab.
Map. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a wheel. Oh, it actually tells you where they are. Nice. Okay, right. So let's have a look. So waterfront. So we're literally right by the water. I didn't even realize. So bookshop's there, and then the water's just down there. There is some sort of horse thingy over there. Very British real. Yeah, it's looking very British, isn't it? What is that? What is that? There's a couple of guys there. Interesting. I'm gonna guess that the wheel isn't actually here, and that's just a plan they had in order to spruce up Martinaise that never went through. I love the detail on the outside. What is all this up here? It's like the world's like falling away. So weird. Okay. Really interesting. Okay. Yeah. Glad we got the map. That's really good. Look, I'm double clicking. Now he's running. It's just janky. Oh, how much is this going to cost? Banged up, inoperable. It would only describe to me what's happening anyway. To roundabout north. To Camperside Apartments, Martinaise Pier. Broken window. Tibbs has windows. Okay. If you had a bag in your hand, perhaps you could collect these bottles and sell them. What about you?
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Vandalism! Poor little viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Look inside.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onug, written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards.
Did Overwatch 2 finally solve snipers? If you watch it, tell me what he's trying to say, because I don't... When he says Overwatch 2, does he mean, like, perks? Or does he mean, like, stadium? Like, they haven't done anything specific to snipers recently. Ammon, did you see our Hanzo rework? That was in Pugs last weekend. He's wearing a pink fluffy robe. Is he wearing nothing else? You see how good Spylo's body is, by the way? Man, that guy works out.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear.
Jealous.
Behind the water lies a coast, studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts. Lanky, weather-worn wooden planks. An X-shaped cross topping its tower.
Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds.
You know this to be the star of Periconesus, or the Cairo. The central symbol of the Periconesian church. A star, a great moral height to be strived towards.
Interesting.
The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows. Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice.
Small tent?
Probably some kids.
A simple but clever solution to ruin in a coin-operated viewer. It took ingenuity.
Does it take ingenuity to put gum in there? I feel like kids put gum in everything. We see some very naked chest at the start. Man, get me all hot and bothered. Hanzo rework has me hyped. Let's get into a bag. Freed. Why is it freed? Collect death from the streets. So, I've been sick all week, so I haven't been on Discord. Our Hanzo rework had me hyped. Okay, so our Hanzo rework, essentially you have to mark enemies with a shot. First time you hit a shot with either rapid fire or primary fire, it puts a mark on them. The last 8 seconds. During that, your damage is doubled for the next subsequent shots. So essentially what we've done is we've turned down the damage and increased the speed, and also increase the decrease the cooldown of rapid fire. So essentially what you're going to be doing is you're going to be using rapid fire off of walls with the bounce in order to try and mark people and then be able to insta-kill people. So basically you can't be insta-killed on Hanzo unless you have the mark on you. Which keeps all his power, but essentially means he has to stick to the targets that he's marked, or mark people continuously on a 8-second cooldown with rapid fire instead of bursting people. Rapid fire still works if the person is marked, and essentially means you have to preempt people getting to you in order to be good enough at bursting them down, if you get what I mean. Because for 3 shots from rapid fire isn't enough in order to be able to kill unless you hit 1 headshot in that. I don't think 3 shots actually kills even with that. If you hit a body shot with primary without the mark on as your first hit, then the rapid fire kills with 3 body shots. I thought about that for Widow. We're also doing Widow changes for next week. Our Widow changes are a little bit weird. So Didax prototyped something where with Widow you can by pressing the melee button while you're grappling, you can melee with a bit of extra damage and not pack enemies with that melee. And we've also put on a kind of you can only hold in scope for a certain amount of time, and when you're fully charged in scope, so it's going to be 1 second to charge, 2 seconds hold a fully charged max, and during that 2-second period you actually have a tracer coming from your gun as well as the flare so people can see you. So essentially, you have to be very careful about when you scope in and when you actually full charge, because it's going to reveal your position to people. I am torn on grapple hook shots. I think they're kind of degenerate, but I think removing them would take too much of the character away. Lets people respond to the damage while also forcing them to take cover for a certain time. You get the value of taking them out of the fight without the cost of actually killing them. Yeah, so our first iteration with Hanzo had too much damage in the rapid fire. So I just said to Didact, you know, just half the cooldown, give it to like 6 seconds, and then make it do like 20-30% less damage so you don't use it to try and like insta-kill people at close range, right? Use that for scouting, use that for the mark. The mark is a skull icon above their head that you can see through walls. It actually feels really good to have that mark. Just check out the VOD from Sunday. Go and have a look. I'm going to the bin. Yay! Here we go. Let's go. Take. Yeah. Hell yeah. Want some shit? Yeah, go to the bins.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito.
Thought I could get something for the mailbox. Oh no, it's a bin. Bin's over there. I've been thinking of going full to gem with Widow, let her grapple attached to anything, like a spider or basically torp turret. Yeah, that was one thing that Didact has an idea. I feel like it's a little awkward to implement, and also I feel like the kind of idea that you're using grappling or to get away or to push people away, giving Widow a little bit more neutral play, because if you have that grapple melee, it's currently doing 25%, 25 extra damage on top of the 40 melee. So we've still got the melee as 40 in our mode, so it's doing 65 damage. That with Ved in mind brings down the actual time to kill with your gun by a significant margin. So essentially, Widow's a lot less likely to kill you with a sniper shot, and the sniper shots are kind of like this risky burst option that is really good but reveals your position. And then you're actually a little bit better with neutral play for the most part. I think it's really cool to say, like, because basically what happens with the tracers, everyone's going to know where you are when the tracers, like, if you ever fully scope anywhere and aim anywhere interesting, people are going to know where you are. So you'd have to like aim at walls so that people can't see it if you're aiming into the open. Really interesting to me. And obviously, if you ever see the shot, the tracer, you can just stand behind a wall for 2 seconds and then come back out, and they've got a second of downtime, which I think is quite cool. Anyway, that's our Hanzo and Widow. If you want to try it, it's already in FSJQS. Just give it a go. Oh, bin. Sounds cool for sure. Thank you. I'd be interested to see what Spylo thinks about Hanzo and Widow. Oh. I hear the distant school of seabirds. It's far. Why is there money in this little... Okay, 191. Why not? I love the sound of interacting with money and picking it up. Ooh. Yeah, give me the ship. There's another viewer over there.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary.
Hell yeah.
Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk, the ring of metal. The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry, different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost.
Turn the knob to focus your vision.
The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it.
Anti-aircraft tower. That's interesting. The game's been adding way too much movement. Yeah, I mean, when you design everything to always have movement, then you lose out on the design space of not having movement, and also you creep the amount of things that have counterplay. And you by creeping the amount of things that have counterplay, you reduce the need for teams to peel for themselves, right? Or each other within the team. You reduce the interdependency of characters, and I think that's kind of intentional, right, Amon? Like, I feel like that's the Overwatch 2 design philosophy. He's always been movement pilled, as he calls it. I think it's kind of, yeah, I don't think it's good. I think there is a healthy balance to be struck, and I feel like most characters should be able to... I feel like it should be 50-50, right? Movement versus non-movement. I think at like 20% of characters shouldn't have any movement abilities whatsoever. I think that would be interesting. But yeah, I don't think we're there at the moment.
Its leaves ripped from it by the winter wind.
I really like dead trees. Is this just me? Like, dead trees are actually really nice and satisfying. When you see a good dead tree, right? Like, aren't they so cool? Hang in there, little one.
The little brave birch tree seems to wave back in the wind.
It wave back to me. There are ruins of some kind of building there.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
No, whatever was there, I have failed the checks. Yes, need more perception. I actually think perception is probably an interesting one to bump up. Oh! Get it! Get it! Yeah, give me the fucking plastic! Lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. Yeah, give me the plastic! I didn't really need to go north. Movement is also burst damage. That's something I've been thinking about. Like in pro play, Soldier and Sliders use aggressively to close the distance for a rail. Yeah. Or it makes you a lot sharper. Up here? Huh? Hello. I wonder if you need 200 HP to deal with those heroes rapidly moving into space. Wait, what was that? What was that I just saw? It was like a gear on my screen. Nope, I don't know. Maybe you need the Season 9 health pools to deal with the sharp damage. Well, you don't need anything to deal with sharp damage. I mean, at a certain point, the point is that sharp damage is balanced. Like, time to kill isn't balanced by health pools. Time to kill is balanced by time to kill. If you change the health pools, you have to change other things, obviously. But, like, everything gets rebalanced to 200 health pools. I just think that the healing numbers and the lack of the DPS passive makes the game feel more active, right? And that's kind of like what I enjoy. And I think there's more healthy gradations of healing numbers in the game. Oh, we're going up here.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Why am I looking at this wall? It's been painted over a couple of times. Oh, give me the fucking plastic! Oh, yes. Magnesium. Kill the child! I've got to the other side of the wall.
Are you trying to sneak up?
Yes, I am.
Come to slit my throat in my sleep.
Only if you fall asleep while standing on a fence.
Pigs come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
Are you sleeping right now? That's my point.
Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
Hey, random. We found the... Okay, so I will tell you. Just down there, you know, the bits of wall. We took them down. We went in. We saw a drug dealer den. We went up the stairs. We walked around there, saw basically nothing. We went back down the stairs. We went to the coast. We found a bag. We're now collecting plastic. I looked through the goals to see a church and also an abandoned aircraft area. I did get the map. We have looked at the map. Your solution is to remove right charge cancel? No, not remove it. I mean, my solution is to give it a slowdown at the end of it, so you can't kill people around corners.
Trying to sneak up on me again.
The worn map features
Is that where the aircraft thing was? That said it went to the north. Maybe it was over there. We definitely had a look at the church. You go further west. Yeah, I just ended up tracing the path. I feel like this stuff might be more relevant to the actual investigation, so I think I'll stay here for a little bit first, though. Garden hose. Ooh. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. Another splattering of bullet holes on this wall. I haven't seen the first splattering of bullet holes. Where was the first splattering? There's a very aggressive car outside. I'm seeing your term sharp damage is better than burst damage. Yeah, it kind of like barrels in all the ideas about lack of telegraphing as well, right? Sharp damage is just the types of damage that are likely to kill, right? You can kind of barrel in all the different references to different types of things. So we've been up there. I could not get this. And then we had a little walk around up there. We saw the guy over there somewhere. Yeah. Orange bum hat. Getting the health is probably quite good. It's nice to have one in reserve. Just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. Yeah, I want to go through it. Give me the fucking door. Give me the door! Give me the door! Okay. No dooring for me. Should we try this one?
There must be another way into the building.
The fuck?
I knew I should have quit.
Game! Should I click it again? Kim's final form has been revealed. Been revealed.
Hey, what's that noise down there?
You climbed onto the roof of the drug den? That's weird. What do you mean that's weird? Oh, the voice. Yeah, no fucking idea, man. You can talk to the guy up above. Oh, from there? You complete any thoughts? Not really. I swear to God. I swear to God, game. Balcony with a view to the yard and the hanging.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
He says in a quiet voice, despite the cold. His shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame. You can't keep telling me double-click to run. I have been double-clicking and keep stopping it. Why are you whispering? It sounds like you're already in trouble. No trouble for me, I just want to know what's going on. Too late, young man. Trouble's found you.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
We need to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
He asked, adjusting his shirt.
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
Which one's Half-Light? Half-Light? God, I'm so blind when it goes to scanning these. Half-Light? There you go. Let the body take control, threaten people.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Looks like you got a good view of the backyard. Can you tell me about the hanging?
I can tell that you finally got him down. Thank you. It was quite a disturbing sight, even by Martinaise standards.
What were you doing last Sunday?
He's like, do you have an alibi?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Did you look at Kim?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
Ooh.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Muscular.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Rain patters on the windowsills and dead house plants. Too late to do them any good.
It'll take more than rain to bring this place back to life.
You didn't answer the question.
I love conceptualization.
What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
Nope.
It was my Sunday friend.
Oh. These two kids aren't going to be very happy about that. What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the grey sky, the neighboring windows are streaked with rain.
Tell me your name.
My name? My name is Martin Martinaise.
Can't just call yourself after the city. Honestly, dude.
Martin Martinaise? Good local name. Let's go with that.
Ah, failure. I like how it tells you sometimes that it's the wrong name, right?
I can tell that...
What were you...
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
No, not you. So
And when?
last week...
It'll take...
You didn't...
It was my...
Right.
He doesn't reply,
One more time for
gesturing no with his...
I can tell...
What were you...
Oh.
Did I?
No, not you.
And when...
Last
Okay, just gonna
week...
get the
It'll
same
take
reply.
more than rain.
You didn't...
I had a friend over. It was my Sunday...
He does...
No,
Okay.
we won't.
We won't talk later.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Oh, I think that's a good one, right? I may as well with the 50-50 here. He seems important.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains.
Hey, listen. I'm just trying to make things okay again. Can we meet somewhere else?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding.
Nice. There's several definitions of Sunday friend on Urban Dictionary. Well, I assume it meant lover. That's what I assume it meant.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
His voice is soft and deliberate. With a flick of his wrist, he sends a cigarette butt sailing over the rail.
But, hold on. What's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
It's a sign. A stone placed next to the front door. Interesting. Use the code word for friends with benefits? Yeah, 100%.
He's gone.
We should run after him, see where he
No
went.
point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So we just give
He
up?
could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case.
Yeah.
He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there.
Nods towards a small rock in a soggy patch of grass.
If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Maybe he left there's a key in it?
A stone, like any other,
There's gonna be a
lying
key.
in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it. There's a key beneath
Yeah.
it, rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments, and the man can be in any of them.
How are we going to find the right
We'll
one?
just have to go in and see.
We're just going to knock on every... He's like, I really want to be subtle about meeting up. Do you mind coming in and knocking on every door to see why I am? Cool.